Hello everyone! Today we will introduce you to a horror movie about a young girl who is traveling alone. Suddenly, her car breaks down. A man who was walking along the road comes over and is happy to help her. But some strange things start to happen. Let's watch Curve to see what happens next. Mallory is preparing to get married. She has been feeling down lately due to a few negative things in her life. Her boyfriend is too busy to care about her, so their wedding is cancelled. Maybe he should have got married to his job. The days are tedious for Mallory. Her life has collapsed. She decides to go for a drive by herself to relax. She keeps driving without any destination. Along the way, the car suddenly has a problem. Mallory gets out of the car to check what has happened. But after she has struggled for half a day, the car still will not run. There's no other option but to call for rescue. When she takes her phone out to make a call, there's no signal. How unlucky is that? After this, she redoubles her efforts, but she still cannot repair the car. She gets into the car to drink a can of soft drink, trying to temporarily forget about everything. But as she opens the can, she splashes herself, wetting her clothes. She is furious. Then she changes her shirt. Suddenly, a man wearing a backpack appears and comes over to talk. After being told that her car is broken, he tries to fix the car for Mallory. He takes a look in the engine bay and gets the car running. He makes it look easy. She expresses her gratitude, but Mallory drives away, leaving him behind. It is not a polite thing to do after the help he gave her, so she changes her mind and gives him a lift. His expression seems trustworthy, but how can we know a person through their face alone? After letting him in the car and asking some questions, she finds his name is Christian. After a short distance, he begins to harass Mallory verbally. It turns out he isn't so trustworthy. After this harassment, Mallory stops the car, tells him to get out. She does not find this easy to do. Christian pulls out a knife and tells Mallory to drive to an abandoned motel ahead. She agrees to continue driving. Mallory does not want to wait to see if Christian will hurt her. So seeing Christian is not wearing his seat belt, she plans to turn and kick him out. But unexpectedly, he grabs the steering wheel, changing the car's direction. When she wakes up, Mallory sees Christian lying outside the car. The car is on its roof. Mallory finds that her leg is stuck inside part of a wrecked car and she cannot move. Christian is also motionless. At this moment, all she wants to do is get away from him. But there is no way to free the stuck leg. At this point, Christian wakes up. Mallory sees him alive and starts panicking. She quickly grabs the knife, which is not far away. Christian does not care about Mallory's life or death and leaves her to her fate. At this time, she begins to scream for help. No one answers. She spends 2 days in the car. By the morning of the 3rd day, Christian comes and says there is a log house not far away. He says that there is nobody in that house. After saying that, he leaves. What did he hope to achieve by telling her this? That evening, Mallory looks around and finds a lighter. She burns all the paper in the car along with some leaves to keep her body warm. This gives her some comfort. At midnight, when Mallory is fast asleep, a mouse suddenly curls up and nibbles her. She quickly kills it. She is very hungry, so she prepares the rat's meat, bakes it over a flame and eats it. On the 4th day, while Mallory is asleep, she is awakened by the ringing of a phone. It turns out that her phone is still around. This could save her life. She reaches out to the phone with all her might. Managing to get the phone, she immediately calls her sister to ask for help. But unexpectedly, Christian appears again. Seeing her using the phone, he grabs it from her and stands on it. At the same time, he tells Mallory that there are ways to escape in her situation, that it all comes down to her will to survive. After saying that, he gives her a saw. He clearly means that if Mallory wants to survive and get out of there, she has to cut off her own leg. But who could actually do this? Mallory is not brave enough to do it. In the evening, with no water left, she has to drink her own urine. It is difficult to drink. After her 2nd sip, it begins to rain. If only the rain had come a little sooner, she would not have had to drink her own urine. She manages to drink some rainwater she has collected. It keeps raining. At this time, the FM radio in the car announces the weather forecast. Over the next few hours, the area will experience prolonged rain. The place where Mallory's car is overturned soon becomes a small stream. The heavier the rain gets, the higher the water rises. There is nowhere for Mallory to go. She knows her only chance is to free her leg. Now Christian arrives again. He goes to see how Mallory is doing. She is quickly to take the mouse's blood and smear it on her leg, pretending she had wounded herself and is now dead. It is dark and Christian can see her clearly, so he leans in closer to Mallory. She hurriedly stabs him and steals his car keys, pressing the stolen button, so his car will alert the police. The police will have to come and check on his car now. Mallory throws his keys away. Christian sees all this and decides he doesn't care about Mallory anymore. He quickly goes to the car to turn off the alarm. The police arrive to check the car. After finding out he has lost his keys, the police officer offers to take him home to get the spare ones. At the same time, the rain gets really heavy, and the water flooding down the valley keeps flowing through Mallory's car, getting stronger and stronger. Mallory's car is washed away by this growing river. Now fearing that she will be drowned, she immediately thinks about her freeing her leg. She takes the saw and starts cutting. She screams in pain. The water is strong. The car falls down and small waterfall. This impact frees her leg. Mallory quickly gets out of the car and makes it ashore. She walks in pain. Now she notices a house nearby. She hears screams from a woman in the house. She can't ignore it, but she doubts she has the strength to save anyone in trouble. The woman's screams are dreadful. She decides she has to do something, so she goes up to the house. Mallory realizes that this is the log house that Christian mentioned. She sees him torturing the police officer. She holds her breath and carefully slips inside. Christian doesn't notice her. She finds the cop's gun and quickly sneaks up to the second floor. Gently entering a room, she sees a girl tied up on bed. She begins trying to save this woman, but Christian is coming. Mallory hides behind the door and shoots him, but somehow she misses. Mallory knows she has no chance without a weapon. Luckily, she escapes his grasp and gets away from him. Finally, she manages to creep up on him and push him over a balcony. Christian falls to the ground, and his foot gets caught in one of the traps he had set around the house. Now she treats him as he had treated her.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said, about fate. Maybe you just got in the wrong fucking car!
And that's the end of the movie. Sometimes, in our lives, it is not obvious who is good. Sometimes a demon in disguise can fool us. However, you can't always judge a book by its cover. If you liked the video, please follow us. Bye!